All right, you guys, so before you actually start cutting any waver, what you want to do is comb the hair out first. What this does, it lifts the hair off of the scalp, making it easier for the hair to feed into the teeth of the blade when you're cutting it down. All right, so I cut this client before. Back in the days, if you've been an OG subscriber, you've seen this client on this channel before. My client wanted a 1.5 all the way around, but knowing my client's weak spots in his hair and how thin it is in the front, I'm gonna have to do some, cut manipulation on his head, right? So right now, I'm going with a 2 guard with the lever open, and I'm just getting everything down to that length. This length is a perfect length for him, but I feel like he wanted it lower. You know what I mean? Being that this is his last cut. So I'm going to manipulate and cut it down in the spots where I know it can be cut down and it won't be so light. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just go around and coast over those darker areas and keep the edge as light as possible. I'm really not even going to go over it like that. Now, as far as his edges go, I'm going to take it down to a 3 with the lever open. The reason why I'm doing this is to keep that area thicker, because if I cut it down with a 2 or a 1.5, that area will be really light. Now that I took care of the weaker areas, I'm going to come back with the length that he really wanted. So with the 1.5, in all of the dark spots, the areas where it's really dense, I'm just going to work in that area and not go over those thin spots, right? So really, this is a whole process as far as cutting a waver with light spots. So as long as you know the darker areas and the weak areas, it'll really make the cut a lot better for your client when your client has those weak spots. So right now I'm going to work on giving my client a low taper. I'm going to set in my bald line, pretty basic, just straight, and knock off all of these loose hairs. Next, I'm going to go with my clippers with the lever open and basically go up not even a ½ inch, right? I'm going to keep this taper as low as possible because he wants to keep all of his waves down to the hairline as possible. Next, putting on my 1 guard with the lever open, going up that same width, knowing that I'm only gonna go this high. I'm not trying to go any higher than this. I'm gonna go over this guideline multiple times to ensure that it's at that length by combing his hair back down using my corners of the blade. Next, putting on the 0 guard with the lever fully closed in a flick out motion. Flick out that middle line. Remember to use your corners the entire time. So I like to take baby steps in detail as I go back down. So I'm just gonna go back with my lever open and kind of detail those areas where the 0 guard closed couldn't take out. Now lastly, with the lever fully closed in a flick out motion, flick out that bottom line. Of course, you could set your lever halfway, soften that bottom line up first, and then close it. But I like to just get right into it, close it, and adjust the lever as I go. Next, I'm gonna work on softening that bulk at the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my one guard, and with the lever open, I'm just gonna go with the grain, clearing out some of that bulk. So after you put your guidelines in, you took your guidelines out, it's time to detail your work. Detailing is extremely important. What I like to do is I like to refer to the mirror, because the mirror shows you a different perspective on the blend than just seeing it head on, all right? Also, if you don't have access to a mirror, it's good that you rest your eyes for a second, come back to the blend. You'll start noticing little bulk areas that you wouldn't by just staring at it, right? I like to turn my clipper sideways and use it as a thinning shears to kind of break up that bulk area. Now, as far as the back goes, I use the same exact steps. The only difference is the width that I use. I go a real 1/2 inch, right? You want to make sure you memorize the steps. As any beginner trying to learn how to cut faster, memorizing the steps will get you to cut in under 30 minutes, or just will cut down half of the time that you use trying to figure things out, right? So my guidelines are simple. I use them on everybody. It's the ball line, lever open, one guard open. I try not to go too far up from the one guard. If I don't have to, then I'll blend back down, taking out that middle line with the 0 guard closed. Then finally taking out that bottom line, either setting the lever halfway or fully closed, adjusting my lever, and then detailing my work at the end. So I always like to prep the front line before I just dive in and start lining my client up. I always use hairspray just to lock everything in, so when I go to line my client up, the hair will not move. Now, as far as enhancement goes, I don't recommend using enhancements if you haven't perfected the cut first. Learn how to cut hair before start using enhancements. But if you want to know my mix, I use Kiss Express 98 Black, and I use 50% of that and mix it 50% with alcohol. So my ratio is 50-50, right? And how I use the gun is I'll use the card, press it up against the line that I want to, angle it at, and then kind of spray it at a diagonal angle. That way it won't leave a blotchy kind of look. It will kind of fade in the back. When it comes to razor lining, it's just about stretching the skin and committing to gliding the blade across the skin. You don't want to dig in, you just want to glide that blade. Also, when it comes to me putting in enhancements and razor lining, I still go back in and detail as much as possible the blend or anything that I missed. So even after you razor line and you complete the cut, still go back in and refine those areas that you missed. And lastly, when it comes to a waiver or any haircut, you want to make sure you get the frizz off of the top. That way everything looks nice and laid and you can have this finished look at the end. Listen, let me tell you why they call me 360. When they sit in my chair, I spin them in a full 360 and they come out looking like
Got it! Got it! Yeah!
YouTube, this is the cut. And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, HustleDreamProduction, that's my brother. He does all my beats. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, links will be in the description below. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is official360Jeezy and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out.